Many people don't have the courage to tell you directly that they don't like you. Instead, they hide behind fake smiles, hollow compliments, and forced politeness. I've been there, thinking someone was a friend, only to realize they were secretly hoping for my downfall. If you don't recognize the signs, you'll end up wasting your time and energy on people who don't truly understand you. Let's cut through the BS and uncover the signs that someone dislikes you but is hiding it. 1. They constantly joke about your flaws. One of the clearest signs that someone doesn't like you but is trying to hide it is when they frequently joke about your flaws. These jokes aren't harmless humor, instead, they are subtle digs disguised as playful teasing. They might say things like, "I'm just kidding," but in reality, these remarks slowly chip away at your confidence. At first, you might think it's just friendly banter. However, if you pay attention, you'll notice that their jokes always target your weaknesses, your fashion choices, the way you speak, or small mistakes you make at work. They never joke about your strengths. Instead, they focus solely on things that make you feel insecure. What's even more concerning is that they often test how much you can tolerate. If you don't react, they continue, sometimes taking their comments even further. This is a subtle form of manipulation, a way for them to assert control and make you feel inferior. If you notice someone constantly making jokes that make you uncomfortable, stop and ask yourself, is this really just a joke? If it makes you feel disrespected, speak up. People who truly respect you don't need to hurt you for their amusement. You deserve to be surrounded by those who appreciate and uplift you, not those who make you the punchline to feel superior. 2. Praise that hides criticism. Compliments that undermine your confidence. Compliments are a great way to show respect and appreciation for others. However, not all compliments are truly positive. Some may sound well-intentioned on the surface but actually contain subtle criticism, making the recipient doubt themselves. These types of compliments are often cleverly disguised. For example, someone might say, "I didn't expect you to do so well," or, "You're not usually this smart." At first glance, these comments seem to acknowledge your abilities. But in reality, they imply that you are generally not competent, and your success is merely an exception. Another form of backhanded compliment involves comparisons that subtly put you down. Such as, "You look so much better with makeup," or "Your presentation was good," even if not as strong as others. These statements don't truly recognize your worth. Instead, they emphasize your perceived shortcomings, making you feel insecure. Backhanded compliments often stem from jealousy, bias, or simply a lack of communication skills. If you receive a compliment that makes you uncomfortable, trust your instincts and don't let such remarks shake your confidence. Instead, focus on appreciating genuine compliments from those who truly respect you. 3. Deliberately excluding you from plans, when being forgotten is not really accidental. Being forgotten when plans are made or not invited to an important event can leave you feeling hurt and abandoned. While it may seem like an innocent oversight at times, if this happens repeatedly, it can be a subtle way for someone to send the message that you're not truly important to them. Exclusion isn't always accidental. In social relationships, being excluded might not always be due to forgetfulness. Sometimes, It's a deliberate tactic to keep a distance or assert dominance within the group. Those who intentionally leave you out may be trying to establish their position, maintain control, or manipulate your feelings. For instance, a close group of friends plans an outing but never mentions you. Or colleagues organize a gathering without inviting you, even though you work closely with them. This can make you feel isolated and hurt. Impact on mental health and self-worth. Repeated exclusion can erode your self-confidence and lead you to question your value. You might wonder what you did wrong or if you're not good enough to be included. This kind of thinking can lead to feelings of loneliness, sadness, and sometimes even social withdrawal. How to deal with exclusion? Don't blame yourself too quickly. If you're excluded, it doesn't mean you're unworthy. Sometimes it's just due to thoughtlessness or a change in the group dynamic. Observe and evaluate. If this happens frequently, consider whether this relationship is still right for you. Ask openly. If you feel deliberately excluded, you can ask the person directly but in an open way. Such as, I noticed everyone made plans and didn't mention me. Did I do something wrong? Seek positive relationships. Instead of trying to fit into a group that doesn't appreciate you, spend your time with people who genuinely value and respect your presence. Being excluded can be a painful experience, but it's crucial not to let it define your self-worth. Remember, you deserve to be around people who respect and value you. 4. Always busy with everyone except you. When someone has time for everyone else but not for you. When someone is constantly available for others but never seems to have time for you, it can be a sign that you're not a priority in their life. This behavior often feels confusing and hurtful, especially if the person is someone you care about. It's not just about missing an opportunity to spend time together. It's about the unspoken message that you aren't valued as much as others. The imbalance of attention. In healthy relationships, there's a balance in how people invest time and energy. When someone always seems to be busy when it's your turn to spend time together, it creates a sense of inequality. It's common for people to make time for those who matter to them most. If someone consistently has time for everyone else but can't seem to make time for you, it signals a lack of priority. Signs of emotional disconnection. This behavior can be a sign of emotional disconnection. They might be avoiding spending quality time with you, perhaps because they don't feel the same level of closeness or attachment. While this doesn't always mean that they don't care about you, it does indicate that their relationship with you may not be as important as the other connections they have. The impact on self-esteem. When someone regularly dismisses your need for attention, it can negatively impact your self-esteem. You might begin to question your worth and wonder why you're not getting the same effort or attention as others. This can lead to feelings of rejection, frustration, and confusion. How to approach the situation. If you're noticing this pattern, it's important to communicate openly with the person involved. You can express how their behavior makes you feel, and ask for clarity, saying something like, I've noticed you're often available for others but not for me, and it makes me feel unimportant. Is there a reason for that? Can help initiate a healthy conversation. Ultimately, everyone deserves to feel valued and prioritized in their relationships. If someone consistently doesn't make time for you, It may be time to reassess the relationship and decide what's best for your emotional well-being. 5. Avoiding physical contact. A sign they don't want to get close. Physical contact is often an important expression of closeness and affection in relationships. When someone is comfortable hugging or shaking hands with others but deliberately avoids physical contact with you, it can indicate that they are not interested in becoming closer or deepening the relationship with you. The meaning behind the distance. Physical distance, whether in the form of avoiding a hug or even simply keeping a larger personal space, can be a clear sign of emotional or relational distance. While some people are naturally more reserved, deliberate avoidance of touch can signal a lack of comfort or desire for closeness with you specifically. This behavior can create confusion, as it contrasts with their interactions with others, making you feel excluded or less valued. Emotional implications. Avoiding physical contact can be a reflection of their emotional boundaries. It may indicate that they do not want to engage with you on a deeper level, or they may not feel the same level of connection that you do. This behavior can be painful, as physical affection often fosters a sense of bonding and trust in relationships. Understanding the situation. If this behavior is consistent, it's important to assess the relationship. It's possible that they're not comfortable or don't have the same emotional investment in the relationship. A conversation to clarify their feelings could help you understand their perspective and decide how to move forward. 6. Disappearing when you need help. Not a true friend. True friendship is tested in times of adversity. While it's easy for people to stick around during moments of joy and celebration, the real test comes when you're facing challenges or difficulties. If someone consistently vanishes or is unavailable when you need help, it indicates that they are not a true friend, even if they may seem supportive in happier moments. The importance of support in tough times. Support in times of struggle is a critical aspect of any meaningful relationship. When you're going through hardships, whether it's a personal crisis, an emotional struggle, or even just needing someone to talk to, a true friend will be there, offering a helping hand or just listening. However, if a person who is usually present in happy times is nowhere to be found when you're in need, it can feel like they only value the easy, fun side of the relationship and not the deeper, more authentic connection. Emotional impact. When someone you care about disappears during tough times, it can lead to feelings of isolation, abandonment, and even self-doubt. You may start questioning whether the relationship was ever genuine. This kind of behavior can erode trust and cause emotional harm, as it highlights the inconsistency and lack of emotional investment in the relationship. Recognizing true friendship. True friendships are built on mutual support, understanding, and commitment, not just fun times. A real friend will be there when you need them the most, showing up even when things are tough. If someone consistently disappears when challenges arise, it's a sign that they may not be as invested in the relationship as you are. It's important to reflect on the value of this connection and consider whether it's worth maintaining. Pay attention to the signs of disrespect and lack of care from others, as they can hurt your emotions and waste your time. Recognizing these actions and attitudes helps you understand your own worth. Don't waste your time with people who don't truly appreciate you, as every moment is precious. Building and maintaining relationships with those who genuinely care, share, and respect you will help you grow and be happier.